goodness, Pebbles, you are so noisy. You are the noisiest little penguin ever, you know that? I don't know how Dr. Nami manages to put up with you all day. Probably because he loves you, but still, noisy, Pebbles. Yep. That's right. I can tell you that you're noisy. I bet that's why we have no fish in here, too. It's probably you, huh? Probably you. I mean, Dr. Nami does focus more on the coral research, but really, Pebbles, you shouldn't be such a bad influence. But hello everyone and welcome back. I am actually so excited to be in here today. I mean, it's just so fun to visit with Dr. Nami again in the old world, and it was a great way to feel not so lonely when we first came over to this to you know, just having people on our farm on our zoo. That is kind of what gave me the idea. You, Dr. Nami, you're who gave me the idea that, hey, we needed to visit with people in other parts of the world, like calf and calfers. And so that's how the entire zoo has grown, thanks to you, Dr. Nami, and your influence. And I promise I will build you that bedroom. I have been promising you for ages. Soon enough. Don't worry. Also, may I check what's in the chest, please? I'm curious. What did I leave in here? Ooh, shark teeth. Nice. Oh, here you go, Dr. Nami. Here's another egg. You can cook that up for breakfast. My treat. Ah, there was wool in here. I just spent like an hour collecting wool off of our sheep so we can have some building material. Like, look at all this wool. I didn't even get 2 stacks for like harvesting the wool, for trimming all the wool off of the sheep we have in the barn. And that let me know, Dr. Nami, that I really do need to work on that farm area that we're going to start working on. If you guys recall, we found that meadow full of horses, and I'm thinking we're going to get a teleportation NPC, aka a travel agent. And we are going to zip ourselves over to that little farm meadow, Dr. Nami, so I can raise sheep and cows and everything else we need for the basics. Because we're going to need lots of milk for the upcoming bioanalyzers. And speaking of which, let us see if our lovely little sifters have churned out any useful biofossils. And they have! Look at that! Oh, that's fantastic. And thank you guys for letting me know that the little sifters will not stack items properly. So a lot of people were like, oh, Seri, make sure that you put like a hopper under them. But hoppers are really like hard on iron, and we don't have a lot of iron. So I don't mind just going around and like manually collecting everything, because it feels fair in a way to know that, hey, you can't just like spam nothing but dirt piles and end up with all these bones. The one biofossil to all this, you know, it's a decent ratio if you ask me. Alright, so let's pull these out and then stick in some extra dirt. Alright, pull this out. This is a great way to get bone meal too, actually. I'm really enjoying that. Put this in, and XP! We're getting experience just for doing this cool sifting thing. I love it. And pottery shards. We're gonna have to try to work with the pottery shards soon. Just imagine how cool it's going to be once we really start getting like the museum and everything else set up. Oh, that'll be so much fun. Alright, let's see. So many of these flowers too, and it was really cool because I posted a picture on Twitter. Because we treat our animals, don't we, Pebbles? In fact, here. Pebbles, you want to be on Twitter? Pebbles, come on. Don't be shy. You're such a noisy bird. There's no reason to be shy. Alright, fine. There. That's right. I'm going to put a picture of you being shy on Twitter. Take that, bird. But the gentleman behind, and ladies, I don't know what the coding team is made up of, and maybe not even gentlemen or ladies for all I know. But the people behind the mod, the Fantastic Fossils and Archaeology mod, tweeted me back last night when I was expressing my excitement about the plants, and they said that there's an entire another folder of plants that they have in the works, so I am pretty excited about that. There we go, not bad. And the sand is being sifted too, so we definitely have some progress being made. What happens to the sand? What's in a little bone meal? And we're going up on levels, which is so cool. So we're probably going to need to have quite a large, let's put these away. So we've got 5 biofossils out of who knows how many stacks of dirt. So realistically, it's probably still a better deal for us to go and actually mine the fossils, but I'm still very excited because that's a fun little side thing. And it makes me feel like an archaeologist, which is just so cool. And what also makes me feel like an archaeologist is the archaeology tent. I am working on a little archaeology tent that we're going to build over by where the dodos are. And actually, see these bones right here? A long time ago, someone had the great idea that we need a silk touch. So not purple rain, but when we get our silk touch pickaxe from Calf, we should get a silk touch pickaxe and collect like the fossils and the bone piles. And then we should make a little archaeology dig site. So when people come to the zoo, they can get a little pickaxe and they can come to the archaeology dig site. Oh, meow! Oh, look at you. You're like a little baby panther, Black Kitty. I hope you're good luck. Good luck for our little dig site over here. But so it was a really fun idea for like a little interactive setup that we could have in the zoo. Make an archaeology dig site. People can then come, and now we can set up sifters so people can sift their own little dirt piles that they can collect. So what I was thinking is that right over here in this corner, we would build that dig site, and we can put a little archaeology tent and sifters, and we can use those sifters just like normal. Lily and Tate, come on. Come on, I'm going to be, in fact, Lily, Tate, come on. I built a tent. I made a tent. So we would have somewhere to sleep while we do our work on Dodo Island. Look at my little tent. I'm so proud of it. I had to go like cook the cactus and get it out of the staff lounge. And I had to trim the wool off of our sheep. But I made a little tent. It's a little green tent. It's made out of micro blocks. And you can come down inside. It has a little green tarp on the bottom so that hopefully like we won't drag dirty stuff into our little bed. Little chest that we built so we can just put some, here, I'm going to put some apples in there. We need trail mix. I would love to have some trail mix. Trail mix, how much, let's see, chocolate bar, raisins. Wow, trail mix actually takes a little bit of work to make, so we might make that another day. That would be fun though. People have been requesting a lot more cooking episodes too, which I am totally fine with, Tate. I should cook you guys up some more treats, huh? All I have is normal chicken right now, but I promise I'll do some work in the Village of Light and earn you guys that fancy pants chicken that is being sold at the doggy daycare. But yeah, I just thought it would be fun to have a little tent that we can come in, because it's the little details that often make everything so special when you're doing this, and especially doing this every day like we are. And then also I want a little lamp, and Calf made those lamps for the Komodo dragon exhibit, and I really liked it. So let's see, I got the materials to make the lamps, and I was going to make lamps with you guys. Be like, look what we did. Okay. Oh, and actually I got the stone slabs by going over to our little setup that we have over there. Do you guys remember that? That's the quarry that we built a long, long time ago at the very beginning of this new world exploration with Calf and Caffers. I went over and I actually did manage to find, there were only like 3 diamonds and these emeralds and a little bit of gold. So that was the loot that was left inside of the quarry. I don't know if Calf and Caffers have looted the quarry before, and so that's why there was so little, but that's really, we did a ton of work, and we probably spent way more diamonds in building all of the pipe systems for it than we actually got back. So I don't think we'll be doing that again, at least not over there. Maybe we could do it in Twilight Forest, Tate, but we'll figure it out. But alright, so little stone slabs, I think you just do like this. Yay, we got a little stone lamp, just like that. Nice. Well, that was super easy. And then you put the little lamp right there. And look at our little campsite. Oh, it's so cute. If you guys have other ideas for what we could just add like little details in here to make it more of a campsite, let me know, because this is just kind of a fun little spot where we can come in. I wonder if there's some way we could build like a little campfire on the beach here. Well, I guess technically I could go get a bit of blaze, because they actually do have, whoa, no, I did the thing again. Oh, I hate when I do that thing. There we go. Like fire. See, there's actual fire that you can collect from the fire rats in the nether, actually. But for now, I think we're just going to play it safe with, oops, well, that's not how you put your torches in the fire pit, Seri. There we go. It's a little fire pit. There we go. Don't walk in it, puppies. That's a no-no. But yeah, so this will be where we sleep for the oncoming night, so that we can come over here and do some work over at the Dodo Island, and also just set up a fun little archaeology dig site. Alright, let's clear this out. Get out of here. All you, get out of here. I already cut down the trees that were over here. And you know, it's always weird cutting down the trees, and a lot of you are like, no, Seri, don't do it. Don't ruin the forest. But at the same time, there's a lot of forest. We're the only civilization in this world. The only civilization, other than the villages that we stumble upon. So whatever work we do is like the only work in the world. So on the one hand, I always miss the forest, and I always throw a fit when Calf cuts down the redwood trees. I just do. Even though we figured out how to plant them, they won't grow with bone meal, the redwoods from Biomes XL. So what you have to do is just be patient and like put them down in a 3x3 pattern, the redwood saplings, and then leave them alone and stay in the area for a very long time. And then they'll regrow. But yeah, I have trouble cutting down the trees in our world sometimes. But every now and then it's really fun just to turn around and look at something that we've built and be proud of it. And that's kind of the point of Minecraft, I would say. So that's a good thing. All right, and then a little bit here. There we go. Now we cleared out more dirt that we can sift. We're going to eat our apples, Lily and Tate. Going to eat an apple. Look at the moon rising. You know, I just said it's really nice to be proud about the things we built, but then sometimes you look at the machinery, and personally, it's not as fun to look at the machinery and be like, oh, that's beautiful, as compared to like, look at the beautiful natural setting of that moon rising over the ocean. That's more beautiful than like all the pipes, but you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. There we go. See, we can snuggle into our little bed. I didn't even bonk my head. Yes, I was worried I was going to bonk my head on the carpenter's blocks when we woke up. But there we go. So that's how we can just stay in our little tent. All right, Lily Tate, watch out, you guys. I'm still doing a little more construction. Ooh, another seed. Any more seeds? Any more seeds? All right. So I'm thinking, right here, we can build the archaeology dig site. Yep. We'll have a tent, so we'll set up like a nice tent where people can walk in and look at things. Maybe we'll put the tent over here, and like maybe a second tent over here. In fact, we could have just like a L-shaped tent actually. So it goes from here over to there, over to here, and we'll set up sifters and chests at various locations. And then this big area right in here we'll make into a pit that people can come in and they can like dig around in, and we'll put down like stone. Well, you know, we'll have to figure out something so you know you've dug to the bottom of the pit, and then we'll come back in and refill it ourselves so that when people come visit they can have fun, just like being baby archaeologists and trying it out in a safe, controlled environment where they know for sure that they might stumble on like some fossils, or we could hide like an emerald ore block in there. So anything inside of the archaeology dig site will be yours to keep when you find it, when you come to visit. So that would be so fun. I think that would be really, really cool. All right, but we need to kind of even this out a little bit, I think, but not too much. It's that fine balance of trying to keep the naturalistic look while still developing just a little bit. All right, so if we're gonna do the tent, and then what I also want to do next, what we'll do is work on the Dodo research lab, and we'll have to see if we're gonna get really lucky and build some cultivators with our chicken assistant. I think that's what we'll do next after we spend today building the archaeology tent, is we will go and we will speak with lab assistant chicken and see if we're going to be lucky enough to get any dodo eggs out of, or any dodo DNA out of that unexpected dodo wing that we found. All right, let's see. Now I need to put away all of these seeds, which should be fine. All right, go away, seeds. There we go. Gotta do more planting soon too. We'll take out all of the building material I brought with us and then swap it out. There we go. There we go. Hey, there we go. Much better. And you know, it's kind of fun because I recently started, today actually, a class about dinosaurs. It's an online course that was being offered for free through Coursera about dinosaurs, and when I saw it I was like, hey, you know what, I should try that out because we do a lot of dinosaur stuff, and the kids, the viewer kids, always know so much more about dinosaurs, and I want to learn more about dinosaurs, so I am trying it out, and so far it's pretty interesting. I found out that dinosaurs are not and I know a lot of you are gonna laugh at me for not knowing this, but I didn't know that dinosaurs are not just any dead extinct lizard, well, reptile I should say, that they're a very specific branch of extinct reptiles, and so that was surprising to me. Let's see, how far down should I make? Should it just be like right there, or should I go all the way down there? So it was very surprising to me to find out that like it's just dinosaurs are just a specific branch of the extinct animals. They're not every extinct reptile that used to live. So I didn't know that. It was really interesting. New factoid for me already. So I'm enjoying the class already because it's got some stuff to teach me. So now I just need to kind of hang in there and see what comes of it. Though I can tell you the vocabulary is already over my head. I'm like, oh my gosh, what? There's just so many different branches. So many different branches and groups of extinct dinosaur. And so we're talking about those right now. And it really shouldn't have surprised me as much as it did because I study extinct, which means currently living animals all the time. That's my passion. I study all of the different species that are currently alive in the world. And you know, it doesn't ever fluster me that there are so many of those. I guess I just like assume, well, of course there's this many species, and that's why there's all these. No, I fell down. That's why there's all these classifications. But when it comes to extinct animals, even though there's millions of currently living species, oh my gosh, I just feel overwhelmed by trying to learn the names for all of the extinct animals. But we'll get there. All right. Hey. And I've also found out that, okay, well, we've really got to figure out. I don't think I want the tent to go down this low. I played around with an idea earlier, and I liked where we were going, so I'll just try to remember what the heck we were doing earlier. But yeah, I also found out that dinosaurs had ribs that went all the way down to their pelvic bone, which sort of surprised me a lot because we mammals only have ribs that kind of go down to surround our lungs, and then we've got some floating ribs, but we don't have, wow, I'm falling off everything. But we don't have ribs that go all the way down to our pelvic bone. So that was a new thing that I learned today too. Yeah, I think I only wanted to go like that far. All right, come here, you. Come here, you. There. Not too bad. I think we need to move the fence over to here. Just over to here, though. Because it looks weird holding up the corner of the little tent. But this should be really fun. I want to create lots of interactive things that people can do when they come to visit Zoodesia. So if you have any ideas, let me know. There we go. And then right there. Ah, perfect. Look at that. And then let's bring it out one more if I can pull that off. Sneak, 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 sneak. No. No. It's always so stubborn when it's carpenter's blocks and doing this. What the heck? Oh my gosh. So if you hold shift and then use the middle mouse wheel, you can totally change what the carpenter's slopes are. That would have made my life so much easier if I knew that before. I had no idea. Can you do it with the blocks? Nope, can't do it with the blocks, but you can do it with the slopes. That is fantastic. Well, there's a pro tip for any of you guys using carpenter's blocks, and that's probably just making most people like roll their eyes at me by now. What, Seri, you didn't know that? Everyone knows that. Let's see. I like it. Just bring it down in the back. There we go. I like that look. Okay, and then we'll put another, there's that. Put another one right there. There we go. But it was really cool. So then when we were studying a little bit more about the dinosaurs, how far out do we want this to come? By looking at all of their different skeletal structures, that was when I got to see what they meant by the dinosaurs have ribs that go all the way down. And it was really cool because they had just these little bones that went all the way down to fuse with their pelvis. And that is completely different from anything I've looked at in my studies of anatomy in my classes. There we go. Mostly because we focus like on mammals, mostly because I was also a nursing student. So we really focus on mammals, the human mammal to be specific when you were in your nursing classes. And we usually were just focused on like differentiating between the other species in my other courses as well. Okay, what's going on over here? Do I want that to be what it is? Yeah, I do. Come here. I'm gonna put you right there. I'm gonna need I need more carpenter blocks. Oh no! Oh no! So I'll run down. Oh, But yeah, this is going to be fun. This is going to be fun. So we're going to get a little archaeology. Probably a few tents. We'll probably finish off. Or, well, no, I kind of like the idea of just continuing with this tent in a big L shape. And then, well, let's see. Can I get down here? Doink, 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 doink. There you go. Yeah, just a little bit more. We'll continue with this tent in an L shape. And hopefully, oh, I ran out of dirt. For real? Well, that's a little embarrassing. Yeah, we'll come over here and then bring it over here. And then this middle part right here will turn into a big hole in the ground that people can walk down. And they can collect different fossil samples, and they can collect different like bone fragments and things. And like I said, I'd be willing to hide in some special ores, like emerald ore blocks and things that would be in the ground here for people to enjoy finding. Yeah, maybe we'll just continue it on that side and not make it all the way over into an L shape. I don't know. Maybe we will, because then we could add another little keeper over there, like some NPCs to help people when they come to visit. To be like, oh, you found a such and such. That's exciting! There we go. Oh, what a good start on the little dig site. Oh, I'm so excited. This is going to be fun. All right, I'm going to finish the tent and things and drag the sifters over here. So the sifters can be here while we're working on Dodo Island instead of under Dr. Nami's feet. And then we will continue our work, finding some really unique, awesome little critters. And ooh, I know what we'll do next time. I'll get the tent done, and then we'll pop back over to the staff lounge and just make another cultivator to throw those dodo wings in, just so we can know if we're going to get dodos from that or not, or if we need to do a big fossil exploration and try to get dodo DNA from other sources. Yeah. All right, I'm going to pop in my tent for a nap. Oops, no, come back, mole fingers. And I will see you guys in the morning.